France's sieges that traumatized the country this week ended. After a 3-day hunt, the terror suspects are dead. But the hunt is now growing into something more serious, a probe into what is feared to be a nest of terrorists preparing to strike again in the center of Paris. This morning, French President François Hollande confirmed the threats facing the country are not finished. Top government and security officials gathered in the early hours of this morning to determine how to secure France amid concerns that the attackers may have been part of a larger extremist network.
Nous sommes, compte tenu du contexte, exposés.
In the current environment, we are facing risks. It is therefore important that the security plan, which has been increased in the Paris region and is also applied in the rest of the country, should be strengthened in the next few weeks. It is why we are maintaining the mobilization of the whole resources as decided by the Prime Minister over the last few days, and that we are even reinforcing them to better ensure the safety of some institutions and religious places.
The morning after the siege here in the French town Dammartin-en-Goële, police presence remains considerably heavy. Police is focusing their search for accomplices of the gunmen who killed 17 people in 2 days of terror attacks. Paris prosecutors say 16 people were given preliminary charges in the investigation. But France's most wanted person now is Hayat Boumediene, believed to be Amédi Coulibaly's partner. He was killed yesterday during the police raid at the kosher supermarket in Paris, where he was holding a number of hostages. Coulibaly declared he jointly planned the attacks with the Kouachi brothers, and police confirmed they were all members of the same terrorism cell in northern Paris.
Il ressortait des investigations qui se poursuivaient.
It appears from the investigation, especially from the explosion of the phone tappings, that Sheriff Kojani, his spouse, had called more than 500 times to Amédi Coulibaly's partner, Hayat Boumediene, which shows permanent and strong links between the two couples.
Boumediene was reportedly with Coulibaly when he shot a policewoman on Thursday. She is said to be armed and dangerous. One of the terrorists was allegedly trained with Al-Qaeda in Yemen. And the picture became clearer when the group itself claimed ownership of this week's atrocities and threatened more attacks against the West. Investigators are now trying to determine to what extent the attacks were coordinated and whether Al-Qaeda ordered the strikes or the attackers acted on their own. Security forces are deployed around Paris, guarding places of worship and tourist sites, ahead of a huge demonstration Sunday to show unity against extremists. But despite the atrocities coming to an end, French security services are now likely to face intense pressure to find the nest of terrorists before new attacks shake the country again.